Hey everyone, I want to do a journey again to heal the planet. I'm going to start off with the same way as all the other ones, and it's going to go up into the outside of the earth and look down. It's a bit wonky because when I go out there, it's like look down, and it's like then I see another version of myself farther back saying the same thing, and the same thing, and the same thing, and the same thing, and the same thing. And then I kind of bring myself back together, and I'm looking down specifically on the earth, this earth. Man, there's a lot of places to heal. So there's a very, 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 very loud theme all across the world is fear. The world is full of fear. Fear, 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 fear. Everywhere there's fear. And there's laughter with the fear. There's beings that are laughing, gut-wrenching laughter as people are being tortured, people are being injured, people are afraid to go outside, afraid to talk to their neighbors. People that used to be friends that no longer speak because of fear. Everywhere. But then there's real laughter, though. A laughter from a newborn baby. A laughter from watching a good comedy, which seems to be hard to find nowadays. So laughter from a newborn baby stops the laughter of the thing about fear in its tracks. The newborn baby's laughter expands outwards and is contagious because it even makes the people in the household that were afraid now aren't afraid. When they're laughing with the baby, the fear goes away. And then this thing stops and looks at the child. This is really disturbing because now that thing focuses on the child. If you screw the children up, then the whole world is going to go further and further and further in fear at a much faster pace. So let's mess up the kids. And if you mess with the kids, you mess with the parents get angry, more fear, more fear, more fear, more fear, more fear, more fear. And then now the only thing that's laughing is this being, and all the laughter of the earth stops. You gotta remember, anger is a form of fear. Anger is the worst type of fear, actually, because it's destructive. It's dangerous. Unless, of course, you have control over your anger. You got control over your fear. And now those people are under attack. Let's attack the people that are strong, that have a free mind. Let's attack those. So the being I see that's doing this is where I'm focusing on today. Because that being is one of the main causes of all the weird changes in the world. It's creating fear in so many levels, but it's also creating hate. It's like the creation of the trolls of the world is like a creation of this being created that energy. Because if you can control the strong people by keeping them, like if they have a voice and you silence them, then these people are never going to be heard. If you keep the kids in fear and the parents in anger, then you just create any future that's going to have people that are strong. See, one thing you have to understand If a child goes through a difficult time, when it's an adult, it could either be full of fear or very strong. At one point in time, more people came out strong than full of fear. Now, more people are being taught to be full of fear and not able to override it because they don't have the people that are teaching them how to override that. So the world is falling in more and more and more and more based into a fear-based, anger, frustrated reality. One of the things that first come to me is I'm going to take a big spear and I'm going to throw it into the heart of this being. And it's like, why would I do that? Because that's, again, is anger and frustration. Because all you want to do is destroy this being. Get rid of it. But again, that's not the correct way of dealing with it. You have to make it weaker. By filling it with what it needs to stay strong is not going to make it weak. Like what I do is I place two really, really strong energy pillars, and I'm spinning on the North and South Pole. And I'm spinning really, 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 really fast. And I'm creating a tower of light that goes deep into the earth and is connected together from the North and South Poles from the same pillar that goes straight up through the center of the earth on its axis. And I'm just creating this pillar. And it's gonna take a little bit of time to do that. Energetically. And when I do, I ended up creating it's like a big disc on the top that is it's like an old satellite disc. It's really big. It's concave and it's really, really, really large. And it takes up like the whole North Pole area. And again, the South Pole area has the same one. And it's what it's doing is pulling energy and filtering it into the center of the earth from the sun. And what's happening to the core of the earth, it creates an energy buildup. And this is all energetic energy that's filtering in, and the core of the earth is getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, and allowing it to continuously get brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And what's happening is creating cracks all over the place. So this is the energy of the world, not the physical mantle of the world. And it's creating cracks all through this, and the earth is full of dark places in the energy world, and everything's being filled with cracks from the inside because it's not supposed to happen like this. It's not supposed to come from underneath, but it's important that it does, because now all these places that were once pitch black are now becoming full of light. Pinpoints of light break through the ground everywhere, and they're getting closer and closer and closer to the crust of the earth in the energy world. And these collectors of energy are so bright, and the core of the earth is getting so big and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger that it's actually creating, I don't know how to explain it, but like a really weird rainbowy effect above the energies. It's not northern lights, it's full of like really interesting really interesting color formations. And the cracks of the earth, and the earth explodes, literally. It's so much buildup when it hits the crust and comes out. It's just the whole world, this literally completely is engulfed in a bright, bright light. It's interesting. The messed up part about how bright and unbelievably strong this energy is in the spirit realm, in the physical world. A child picks a flower and smells it and feels the happiness flow through into his heart. And children all over the world pick up a toy, chase a butterfly, pet a dog, pick up a kitty cat, go for a swim, give their mother a hug. And then that starts to spill over every part of the world. An act of kindness that is contagious. And it fills everybody's heart with love. Just for a brief moment. And what you see is that being shrinks just a little bit. And he turns its head towards the energy world. But he can't do anything about it. That's the whole thing. If he switches to that energy, the space, the dimensional space that I'm working in, he wouldn't be able to exist in it. So I start expanding this into multiple dimensional spaces. And I flip even the world into the upside down, you could say. And fill that space with the same light. It's hard at first because the light is black, and then it becomes white and then fills the whole space as well. And he gets a little bit smaller. And I start expanding this to as many different parallel universes in Earth as I possibly can. One by one by one by one. I'm standing, and I'm on a bridge, and there's fire everywhere, but the fire is pure white light. And the being that is creating this chaos is on a crumbling bridge. But see, it can fly. It doesn't matter if the bridge crumbles. It can still fly. So I create a box that is very, very, very heavy, and there's no way out. And this being is trapped inside this box, and it falls down into the darkness, down deep into the earth where originally he was sleeping. And there's a silence just for a moment as this bright light fills the worlds, the parallel universes, the dimensional spaces. There's a brief moment of peace. And then I'm standing in an open field. And there's a child playing off in the distance. And then, his mother gets mad at him and slaps him across the face. And the chains start to break. Someone's afraid to go outside. Someone yells at their child again and beats the child. And it just creates all the things of the world, all the darkness, all the frustration start to come back. And the being bursts out of the box and comes back to the surface of the world. You see, I can lock away the being, but the world has to step up and keep it locked away. Thank you very much, everyone. It's a very difficult thing to hear, isn't it? See, there's not one person can change the world. We all have to. We all have to work together. We all have to keep trying to change the things that are unbalanced in our own lives. We have to spread the love that we have inside ourselves in order to keep that sound from vibrating, and it's very contagious. Love is contagious, happiness is contagious, but so is darkness and fear and anger. The more we silence that, the more we're able to be free. Thank you very much, and if you wish to do a journey with me, you can visit my webpage at almondrossawakening.com. And if you're ever in the Yukon and want to do a spiritual journey with me, or you want to actually go and take you around, you can go to my Yukon Skies page. And yeah, never know. Maybe we can see each other in person someday. Take care.